Did you know that over 50% of motorcycle accidents happen because a driver just didn't see the rider? That's not bad luck, that's negligence, and that's just one of the things that make bikers absolutely lose their minds. If you ride, you already know the road isn't just filled with potholes and speed traps, it's also packed with clueless drivers, annoying stereotypes, and people who think your bike is their personal playground. From tailgaters who ride your back tire like they're drafting in a NASCAR race, to the guy who thinks it's totally fine to just hop on your bike for a photo we're calling them all out today. If none of these things annoy you, I've got bad news. You might not actually be a real rider. Let's get into it. Number 1. People who touch your bike without asking. Nothing makes a biker's blood pressure spike faster than walking outside and seeing some random idiot sitting on their bike. It's always the same type. The clueless guy who thinks it's just a cool photo op, or the curious kid twisting the throttle like it's a toy. But here's the thing, a motorcycle isn't just a bike. It's someone's pride, their passion, and in many cases, their most prized possession. And let's not forget the safety risk of one wrong move, and the bike could drop, get scratched, or worse, damage the controls. You wouldn't hop into someone's car, start adjusting the mirrors, and rev the engine. So why do people think it's okay with bikes? Studies show that most motorcycle drop accidents happen while stationary, and a clueless stranger messing with the balance only makes it worse. If you want a picture, ask. If you want to sit on it, ask. But if you just hop on without permission, don't be surprised when the owner gives you an earful. Number 2. Drivers who don't check their mirrors. Nothing pisses off a rider more than a clueless driver who acts like motorcycles don't exist. You're riding along, minding your own business, when suddenly a car drifts into your lane with zero warning. No signal, no mirror check, just pure unfiltered ignorance. And the worst part? They never even notice. You could be laying on your horn, revving your engine, waving your arms like a lunatic, and they're still glued to their phone, completely oblivious. Statistics show that over 50% of motorcycle accidents happen because a driver just didn't see the rider. That's not an excuse, that's negligence. Bikers don't just assume drivers are blind, we ride like it's a fact. If you're in a car, use your damn mirrors, check your blind spots, and signal your lane changes. Because if you don't, one day you're going to hear a very loud bang and it won't be from your radio. Number 3. Drivers who tailgate like they own the road. Nothing makes a biker's heart rate spike faster than looking in the mirror and seeing some impatient driver riding inches from their back tire. Do they not realize that if they hit a car, it's a fender bender, but if they hit a bike, it's a potential death sentence? Studies show that rear-end collisions account for nearly a third of all traffic accidents, and when a motorcycle is involved, the consequences are way worse. Yet, some drivers still tailgate, flashing their headlights like they expect bikers to magically speed up. Here's a tip back off. If you're so desperate to pass, wait for a safe moment or change lanes. But if you ride my ass, don't be surprised if I drop a gear and make your life miserable. Number 4. People who say motorcycles are too dangerous. Every rider has heard this one before. Oh, motorcycles are so dangerous. I knew a guy who crashed once. Really? No way. Thanks for the groundbreaking insight, random person who's never ridden. Here's the thing, bikers know the risks. We also know that most motorcycle accidents happen because of distracted drivers, not reckless riders. Meanwhile, the same people warning us about safety are out there texting and driving, tailgating at 80 miles per hour, and running stop signs like it's a game. The truth is, motorcycles aren't inherently dangerous. Stupid people are. A skilled, responsible rider can go decades without an issue, but that doesn't stop non-riders from treating every bike like a death sentence. Number 5. Clueless passengers who don't know how to ride. Riding with a passenger can be great if they actually know what they're doing, but every biker has, at some point, been stuck with a clueless rookie who turns a simple ride into a fight for balance. They fidget, lean the wrong way in turns, let go at random times, or worst of all, shift around like they're adjusting an invisible seatbelt. And don't even get me started on the ones who think they're helping by putting their feet down at stoplights. No, that's not stabilizing the bike, that's just making things worse. Riding two up isn't just sitting there, it's teamwork. If you're getting on the back of a bike, learn the basics first. Hold on, stay centered, and lean with the bike, not against it. Because if you can't sit still, you might not get invited for a second ride. Number 6. People who think bikers are in a gang. You roll up, take off your helmet, and within seconds, someone gives you the look. You know, the one nervous glance, fake polite smile, followed by the classic question. So, are you in a biker gang? Oh yeah, Karen, you really nailed it. Every single person on 2 wheels is obviously part of an underground crime syndicate. Never mind the fact that most bikers are regular people, doctors, mechanics, teachers, business owners, who just prefer 2 wheels over 4. But nope. Slap on a leather jacket and ride with a couple of buddies, and suddenly you're running an illegal operation. And the funniest part? The actual outlaw clubs don't go around bragging about it. If someone's flashing fake patches and running their mouth about being a 1%er, they're probably about as legit as a Hollywood stunt double. Number 7. People who park in motorcycle spaces. Few things make a biker angrier than pulling up to a designated motorcycle parking spot, only to find some clueless driver wedging their car into it. It's always the same type of person in a compact car who thinks, well, it's a small space, so it's fine. Or worse, a massive SUV taking up the entire section meant for multiple bikes. Hey buddy, see the sign with the motorcycle on it? That means it's not for you. Motorcycle spaces exist because bikes don't need a full parking spot, and we park there to keep things organized. But when some entitled driver decides to take it, it forces bikers to park somewhere unsafe or worse, to squeeze into a tight spot where their bike could get knocked over. And don't even get me started on people who block in a row of motorcycles. If I come back and your car is in my way, I hope you enjoy waiting while I take my sweet time getting out. Number 8. People who assume riding is easy. Some people seem to think riding is just sitting there and twisting the throttle, like a video game with training wheels. What they don't realize is that motorcycles require balance, throttle control, clutch coordination, braking precision, and the ability to read traffic like a chess game. It's not just about riding, it's about knowing how to handle different road conditions, predict what other drivers will do, and always have an escape route. And don't even get me started on the people who think riding a motorcycle is just like riding a bicycle. Oh, you rode a bike as a kid? That's cute. Now try managing 700 pounds of metal at highway speeds while dodging potholes and drivers who didn't see you. Riding is easy to learn, but hard to master. And the ones who underestimate it? They're usually the ones who end up dropping a bike in a parking lot. Number 9. People who call your bike a crotch rocket or donor cycle. There's nothing more annoying than some clueless non-rider throwing around dumb biker slang like they know what they're talking about. Oh, you ride one of those crotch rockets? Hope you got a good life insurance plan. Yeah, real original. First of all, not every motorcycle is a sport bike, and even if it is, that doesn't mean the rider is out here drag racing through traffic and calling it a donor cycle. Seriously? As if bikers are just waiting to hand over their organs. Meanwhile, these same people drive around texting, tailgating, and blowing through red lights. But somehow, we're the reckless ones. Most of the time, these comments come from people who've never even sat on a motorcycle, but they've watched a few crash videos online and now think they're experts. If you don't ride, just say that. But throwing around these dumb nicknames, it only proves you have no idea what you're talking about. Number 10. People who tap on your helmet. Like it's a toy. Nothing makes a biker instantly see red, like some clueless idiot thinking it's funny to tap on their helmet like it's a door. You know, the type they see you geared up for, and for some reason, their first instinct is to knock on your head like they're checking if someone's home. But it's not funny. It's just annoying. Helmets aren't toys. They're expensive, personal, and designed for protection, not for random people to treat like a drum set. And let's not forget how straight up disrespectful it is. Imagine if someone just walked up and smacked you on the side of the head for no reason. You wouldn't like that, right? Next time someone gets the brilliant idea to tap on a biker's helmet, just stare at them like they're the dumbest person on the planet.